places, mainly so that I can build the the receiver and antennas, which will allow the new uh, opportunities to open up. See if I've got. Nope, don't have any anchors, so am floating around. Could use some water. Let's okay. That that's all the water I can reset. That 3 is as much. Nope. Punch on some catfish. As we're fishing along, let's floating along. Let's do some fishing. It's not as a little different than the fishing in No Man's Sky that released a couple weeks ago now, but still kind of on. This is it. Maybe was gonna make some mention about it not being too good because not seeing any real trash showing up, but no, that's just a dirty monitor. That's alright then. Thought it was a crate out in the distance, but one or two more off this one, and I'll lose the fishing rod. But it definitely is much better than the first fishing rod you the shark. I'm not even sure if I'm. Ooh. Okay, let's rotate this that way. Hopefully this will get me paddle. Let's see. Definitely want to check out this raft, grab the items off it. Definitely allowing things to spawn in. Seaweed, so that's clicking away. Oh, and I see an island out in the distance as well. Being stupid. Ouch. Dodge the shark that time. Didn't dodge him this. Okay, I did get on. Good. Don't think. Ah, you have stone. That means don't. You'll have. So you'll have to use the breakable raft. This is definitely a smaller island. Switch. We've got the wind witch. Now we have a streamer, which should let us know which direction the wind is blowing so that we can effectively turn our sail in the correct direction so we're not sitting around doing absolutely nothing. Continue to place down the copper. Bit of an awkward spot to get up this island. Closer. It'll. So the main thing right like near this island that I'm definitely looking for, other than just like planks of wood and stuff like that, is honestly iron ore, so that I can increase the amount of ingots I get because I don't have any. Use them all up. Watching this shark, he is going to come. Some, or at least a raft. I want to deal with that. Huh. You can place multiple fish onto this grill, which is good to know. And yeah, so a couple of these right here are reinforced. That keeps the shark from attacking it like that. He is still quite alive and somewhat feisty. Yeah, very feisty, and Got them walking along the sides of the cliff to stay out of the water, which will keep the shark from attacking me. A lot of watermelons there. That's nice to know. There's a smaller island, which is fine. We'll be clearing the island of stuff relatively quickly, and then we'll be going down to the various spots around it inside the water swimming. Not two spots. Do no, that's not the button I meant to push. Yeah, so I've been able to research these, so I need a circuit board which takes copper and oh, I actually don't need. I will need one metal ingot simply for the bolt, but other than that, the metal that I need will be going towards reinforcing my raft. Possibly getting stuff to make a new metal spear for when that one runs out in a bit. But and for fishing rods. Okay, so there are some spots that I do need it, but the stone, don't there. There are two. Good. More over here. Oh, that's probably need to go straight towards the watermelon when I had the jug of distilled water, but with night coming, I am going to get up, deposit a lot of my palm leaves. Got a good amount of those. You keep the metal on me. Fish or copper. Keeps the night away. Which the plastic. Plastic is another thing that I could use so that I can build out my first level of my raft some more, which could be used useful at least. But one circuit board. I will need more vine goo. You switch some things up. And there is some like a space requirement for the antennas to work properly. So that is another thing that we'll have to deal with. Let's rotate you that way. Stop and watch the sharks not. Move up and one, but I don't actually stick. Is unfortunate. That'll get that. Uh, Another reason why I was looking for more metal was for the reusable anchor, which I do believe needs to be surrounded by a raft, which, even if it doesn't have to be, it is recommended that you do it that way so that the shark doesn't attack it. So you don't need only really just used making rope, and you get so much of it as is, but really help myself from collecting. Six more, and will have made the needed items. From like a brief video that I watched, it seemed to be you need on the second floor a 2x3 space to have enough area for the receiver and antennas to work, which is part of the reason why I'm collecting all the various bits, plastic, whatnot, plus wood. Because for the second floor, you mainly back stairs, deposit the wood. Actually, need that wood for. There is another island. One of the actually things that I make this yet. I've seen it in creative. No, I don't think I can make it. Hey, Delta, welcome in. Hope you were having a good stream, or had a good stream, and things went pretty well. Go on, food and water. Getting close to the small island. This will waiting on this last metal to melt, and it's taking its sweet time to do so. Yeah, it's got stuff there just so that my nets. Yeah, I can understand that working multiple 12-hour days for long periods of time can definitely wipe wipe a person out. I first starting to work did uh uh had days where I was working two jobs, and there was about three, yeah, it was about a month, 3 weeks a month, where for I was out of the house every single day working except for 2 or 3 of them. Most days I was out of the house for close to 18 hours. It was not uh not a lot of fun, and I after that first month I'm just like, yeah, I'm not doing that many hours that long again. I have no food and shark is coming. I'm munch on some coconuts to get some food, but grill, keep the fish, deposit the coconuts. Is it just this week that you're you or this week and next week, Delta, that you've got a like, such long hours, or is it a few more than just these couple weeks? You're actually chomping back in. Build build out. I've got to build these a support structure which involves nails, which involves make getting the scrap. 2 weeks. Yeah, that is something and should hopefully be good. I've definitely found that the first sort of week or so of it is always the worst, and then afterwards you're like, okay, I've done this. I'm halfway through, or I've gotten used to this. This isn't so bad. I'm going to build out in that direction. Yeah, for me, the days where I was dealing with such massive hours, I was working at my local arena as like in the concession area, as well as working a full-time job as a person pumping gas. So that was my normal job. Like the gas station was my normal job, and that was 40 hours a week. And then pretty much every day I went from there to my the arena, and then wouldn't get home until close to midnight most days, and then I was out of the house around 6:30, 7 o'clock to go to my 7 o'clock start job, it and then on the weekends, most weekends I was doing a shift at the arena there. So it it got really nuts, and I really plan on doing that again unless I absolutely have to. Which are these two? I need more wood, which that island definitely will give me for the receiver. But I could do the. Should be the first thing I make. Yeah, I got really sleep deprived that it was one of my last days working that shift. I to preface this story, one of the things at my job working at the gas station, we had to ask if a person ask if they wanted us to check their oil. I was so sleep deprived that when two teenage girls about my age and their uncle came up and ordered cheeseburgers, I'm just like, okay, two cheeseburgers, and it was like chicken fingers for one of them. Then I asked if they wanted me to check their oil. Yeah, that very glad that they all had a bit of a sense of humor and were willing to let me explain what was going on, cuz that could have gone very badly. It's a shark. I don't want to get. Hey, Delta Creator, glad to have you in. We are in the process of playing Raft. I recently just got the killed one of the sharks again, so I was grabbing all the fish. Yeah, they're I say uncle because they were like the guy was definitely found it hilarious, and like the two girls were like, "What?" And then I'm just like, Lord, I apologize and explained that I work a second job and I work at a gas station, and it's been a long week, and they were mostly understanding of it, and at least didn't demand to speak to uh a supervisor or complained about it. So after that, oh yeah, I definitely gotten along in Raft. I am going to be able, once we get to this bigger island that's over there, simply to get some wood. I'll be able to build up this area and start with this receiver. I need one more circuit board, so I will soon be able to get a engine. I'm checking my various. Yeah, so I will need to put other iron down. Not really going straight towards the island. Now we should be going hinge. So we most of the way off the keep the fish cooking. Move the seaweed from that container. A little more. All right, we're gonna paddle our way over to the island. So be good. We're actually coming up to this island on a sort of a beach area, so I won't have to dodge around some rocks and the new shark that has definitely spawned by now. Here's the 4. Eat. Here, store a bunch of my various items so that I have space to collect everything on the island. We're looking at. Ow! Oh wow, you can attack my raft from over here. Good to know. Right, that's hopefully he won't continue to. No, he'll focus on me. Which is don't know where he went, and I'm not. Where... Oh, there's 2 boars. This is going to be fun. And there goes. Not a good island to be on. Dealt with. Can't use the axe to hatchet them, unfortunately. There's the water. 2 more planks. Down, downgrading on a wooden spear. Don't have all the pieces for the metal one. Or don't know. Much more of a. Well, I just lost 2/3 of my inventory. That's not any not fun. Alright, so I still get. There's a shark. Just took one of my pieces. So this island is no fun. You it's not worth going back to this island. Raising anchor. Switching that. We are floating away from them. Yeah, I'm usually pretty good at getting one boar, but the two of them plus my spear breaking on me just made things quite difficult. Going to have to rebuild some of my items, which not too difficult. Restart with some of the first level gear to definitely put it. And that's another reason why you definitely want to put stuff in various containers. So if you do lose stuff, you don't lose everything, which I thankfully did do that with most of my items. More planks of wood. Will be good there. Right, let's. Most of my water bottles that I had to research to make. Few bites out of that fish. Okay, so you have it in your inventory to do that. That's good to know. And actually keep the metal axe for later. We can also need a battery, which There's one extra piece of copper I will need. That scared him off for a little bit. Some more food. I'm gonna try to get that raft and then sleep through the night. So collect the various items that are close enough that I don't think you don't. Okay, so it passed. Not a lot of wood. That was a big thing I wanted from that island. They're all procedurally generated, and you're more likely to get the smaller islands than the big ones. And the big ones are the only place where you can get uh, find the trader, which the wind is blowing. And more power this direction else. So double the flag learned. Hold. Right. Put the water. takes way too much iron. Going back to using the wooden spear now. So much. Do resource management can be quite a pain at times. Getting a good amount of wood. There we go. That opens up this bottom section of the raft a little more. The shark. You harvest it. And you get 4 pieces of shark meat, and then you also do get like a shark head that can be worn by your character, and it just looks like you're like got a shark hat virtually. But with inventory space being as it is, I keep the shark meat for food and then toss the head over to the side and let it be. But that's, you don't get to keep the whole thing, and you do get trophies for killing the so many sharks. I recently, I think, got the kill 5 shark achievement trophy, so I'm pretty sure there's one for boars as well. So wood. Collection net. Let's see if I can get this last collection net. Eight pieces of wood to make a simple collection net. Or 6. Oh, definitely want to push some more onto the sides, those collection nets, to allow the amount that I can just harvest on the own. Having the water bottle is definitely makes some of this food and water management a lot better, simply because you can go longer without having to run back to your raft to drink a cup of fresh water. and then the bigger fishes, which you do multiple eat it multiple times, as it were, or multiple servings. Make that also simpler. Seen a new island, which is the main thing that I am interested in finding. But should sometime soon have one spawn in on me. Ooh. Yeah, it definitely is. Like definitely just on your own a little bit of work, but it is mm, uh multiplayer enabled and have done a little bit with some other people, and it is we haven't gotten as far as I have here, but once you get enough people it can get a little easier. But for the most part it's a pretty relaxing game. There are a few different modes that you can play on one creative, which has all recipes and everything unlocked, no animals that you have to fight, and you just are able to build, but you don't go anywhere. You're stuck in place, and you can just build the sort of like as big of a ship or raft you want with no cost to materials. And then there's the easy mode where, or it's I think it's called peaceful, where enemies are they don't attack you, and the management of food and water is very easy. Then there's easy mode, which enemies attack you for less damage, and again the food and water are easier to manage. Normal, which I'm on here, and then hard mode, where hard mode is the big thing for that is the only way to be like you can't auto spawn on a bed. Like when I died, I just respawned on in my bed. In hard mode, somebody has to come pick you up and put you in the a bed to and let you rest up. You can't respawn any other way. So on your own, hard mode is permadeath. uh, explore this small island in the morning. The No problem, Delta Creative. I'm always willing to explain things. The two more wood. One, these two, and back to the island. Built a stone axe. Stick. Shelf. Down. Various would always check the tops of the islands because sometimes there are crates or chests that are hidden up there. Those chests always seem to have little better goodies than the ones floating in the water. Here. Got a bunch of the palm leaves, which make some this area. Once definitely built out my upper floor. Get the salt water switched out. Exact same as you on before. The sharks are much more likely to go after your corner sections than other ones. We've got a lot of make a lot of seeds. I can, oh, easily be made. Pick up some salmon. Don't know if I delayed a raft attack or really see much on the sides of the islands. I should check this area. This seems to be a little more populated. We need to go for a little sooner. No, this is a not discovered area on this island. Interesting. Oh, not forcing myself to go through there because I might get stuck and not interested in that happening. Did get a good amount of metal ore there. Sure, there's more further out. It's good to get some seaweed, as that gets turned into fine goo, which ends up being used more of a as a glue than anything else. But that looks, check further over here first. Some of these sand can be made into glass, which might be useful later on. But I saw these two pieces of ingot. There we go. That. Drop plot to there. So now we can start building trees, which allows me to have a little bit of a constant supply of wood. Sure how much. Okay, that. But I will also have to start dealing with. Hey, Instructor Bill, welcome in. We're right now playing Raft. It's an open world survival game where the main goal is to find a city called Utopia. And should have some more plastic. Right now, I'm in the process of building the battery that will power my receiver that will, once hooked up to a couple antennas, start showing the various islands that will allow you to start the story, as it were. Now I think I'll just. Oh, I don't even have a. I lost my paddle, so I can't row. So thankfully, sail will do. Right. Lay down and sleep through the night. That definitely grown some. I don't think you can harvest, chop it down quite yet, but good to know that trees grow pretty quickly in this game. One more. Yeah, that definitely would be a fun theme, though scheduling it around everyone would probably be the big thing. I know, at least I think Maxie has been trying to keep more of a set sleep schedule, so he's been trying to get to bed at a decent time for him at least, so it's not staying up until 3, 4 in the morning watching streams, which is how it is. Yeah, I haven't really watched many streams of it, but I did watch a video of people playing it, and it was really relaxing and just even just playing it is nice. Get those pieces? No, they're too far away. So, but pieces I should definitely be able to collect. Yeah, good. Switch out the metal for some copper. That melting because I will need. Ah, yeah, that good. Need to wait for some new salt water to turn into fresh water before I water the that, but this will definitely give me a real steady supply of palm seeds. I didn't get any new seeds, which was a little disappointing. Yeah, that. Speaking, of, yeah, that. Plus, with Delta having so many other games going on, and this next couple weeks are just slammed for him, which will make things a little difficult. I think chaotic or again I got a few streams ago someone mentioned that they also streamed or played this or were playing it and were thinking about getting back into it, which is good. That is how you, I mean, just jump in the water on top of it also helps, I think. I just do, or things are a little hard for me at least not to have a bank account. So, can't go that route. Plus, my dad was a financial planner, so he might have some very strong opinions of me not having a bank account. Beer there. Simple battery. Yeah, so the battery is connected, and now it says that there needs to be three antennas connected. Oh yeah, same. That shoot, shark, shoot. Nope. Yeah, you get another poke for destroying part of my raft. Be easily pace in that route. Make the antennas. I need three pieces of three circuit boards, which two pieces of copper. Alright, so I'm only going to be able to, with the pieces that I have, make two antennas. But closer to this small island, using the panel I just crafted, I definitely will. Food is anchor. Nope, I not cook. That's sign that. Like you, it's gonna take a little while. The watermelon I've got watermelon seeds. Yes, yeah, that nice. That'll be to build out. Can't believe that fish is up. Looking for that punch on that whole catfish that will get my food up massively. No, now I definitely saw three pieces of copper that I'll be able to harvest when I go underwater. Or watermelon seeds. stones. Random stone. Copper. Which will be needed. Underwater chest. Here. Need those. At least the decoration package and the recipe for food sort of stuff is gonna despawn by the time I get back. Definitely drawing. Lay down on the bed again. I can do that. Did either of those containers here. Whatever. Oh, hey, you do sort. You can get palm seeds from that, so this does become a, or almost become an infinite wood farm, which is good to know. Is needed. Some arc is definitely looking good. Huh? I don't know if holding out down the whole power for fishing affects things, or if you can just drop it into the water and same thing will happen. I think this way. Uh, Circuit board. That was a fast bite. Fast bite. Okay, so we got turn the seaweed because we won't be needing that. Up the catfish. There we go. That is the shark dead, and that is the this is the shark head that you can wear, and that is how it sort of looks. Uh, Wearing you, it's very hard to see. Your vision is definitely blocked. All right, that's good to know. Instructor Bill, I'll have to look into my settings soon to figure out what is going on, but how much plastic do I have? Yep, 13, so I can make 2 more circuit boards. Yes, good. Put some of the food there. Let's spend the last little bit. Yeah, now that you point that out and looking over at OBS, it does look like that. And I'm sure it's just something simple, but I will check it out when I got a moment. I'll probably pull up something like this game so that I have something to go off of. All good. I definitely wouldn't have noticed if someone didn't point it out, and then it would be months before I fixed it. Waiting for the copper to melt. Need to make 4 pieces of copper ingots to get the last. 4 pieces of copper and 1 metal ingot to finish off the antennas, and then you need all 3 antenna working before it turns on. Is need 16 scrap. Yeah, that's something. Up the anchor. That direction, away from the island. Definitely next stream I will be able to finish off replacing the gear that I lost, mostly the getting the better hook and the metal axe. Now that, oh, there's a whale. It breached and continued swimming by. This route. Oh, it did catch. Good. Back. Candlestick. Uh, there was some talk about with someone about possibly doing that, but uh right now I'm just running this solo, and but I might, if I don't die right here, I might end up doing this with some other people at some point. It is definitely a lot of fun. And we actually uh are in not only the same time zone, but pretty much from what I remember Instructable, the same sort of province. I only know this because I remember uh last year there were some massive forest fires in Alberta, and that, well, the weather, at least for me, or the smoke, wasn't as bad as it was for the northern sections, but so and there goes my stuff. Should, yeah, thanks. Sir, need one more bolt of this. Oh, maybe it raining also does the watering the crop plots. All right, so that's section 2. And a little. yeah, I've only been playing it for a little a little while. Mid July, I want to say. Yeah. And it uh is when I saw a video on it, so I haven't seen, like, I wasn't able to play it when it was early access, but to farm the llama, as it were, you have to have the you have to first have a net launcher, then which will allow you to capture it. Then I think there's a something you research. I want to say uh, that allows you to, yeah, grasp it plot, which will feed animals, and then you can tame them that way. But from what I've seen online, it, using the net is very finicky at times. You pretty much have to be right on it, and even then it can miss. But see, don't have the scrap needed to collect. Nice. Destructible. Ooh, this there. Crap. Hold on. Um, heading that way. Simply, there's the two scrap. That is. No, it's still there. Just hard to see for a moment. Was wondering if the island I trying to head for had disappeared on me, but hopefully this island goes a little better than the last time I went to a big island like this. I still see the flying bird, which is annoying. The last piece of Raft. Rest, dumping something. Okay, so I gotta move antennas around because they are too close to each other. Move here. So that building on outlet. Fish. I haven't seen them, but I will definitely check them out. There we go. So the antenna is now working. I can get that. This blue location that is different from all the other ones. They show the green ones are various islands. So this is the one right in front of us, and then one that's about a 1.5 kilometers away, which is in blue. That is the first story mission place that we have to go to. But I'm first going to get closer to this island so that I can stock up mainly on metal ores and whatnot. But that will be the start of the next stream. It is getting kind of late, so I have to head up. Yeah, it's pretty much the only way you can get the story to start. Without the radar, the story islands won't spawn in. It's from what I understand. So, that is why you get like the blueprints for the antenna and the receiver from one of the first few barrels you pick up. That side button always messes with that. Breaks my panel, which anchor. But that is probably it for me today. Thanks for hanging out with me. I will most likely be streaming again Sunday at 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, doing Skyrimming with Felix. We are at the point where we will be meeting the Dark Brotherhood. So until then, I hope you guys have a good day.